Welcome to the fourth episode of my series Behind the Interview, where I give you the backstory of how I secured Studio Q interviews. This episode features actor Danny Glover. He played in a bunch of Lethal Weapon series, as well as my favorite movie, The Color Purple. Remember? Mr. M-I-S-T-E-R, period. Danny Glover coming to Springfield, Illinois to speak at the University of Illinois at Springfield was such a big deal. But how did I get to interview him? Well, I got to give all credit to Terry Jackson. Rest in peace, Terry. She worked at the University of Illinois. She was over the African American Studies Department, and she told me Danny Glover was coming and said that I should go and do an interview with him. And I was like, Terry, who do I know? How am I going to do it? Terry said, act like you belong. Well, Terry knew exactly who she was talking to, so I took her advice and did exactly that. At the end of the event, I went to the backstage area and walked back with a group of people like I was supposed to be meeting and interviewing Danny Glover. When we finally got back to the area that was designated for him and they had food and drinks and everything else, I asked Danny Glover if it would be okay if I interview him. He said, absolutely. And as you can see, I not only got to interview him, we had a good time. Look at that smile on his face. He was cracking up. But not only did I interview Danny Glover, I had did my research and found out what his favorite acting book was, went to Barnes & Noble, bought it, had it wrapped, and gave it to him. He was so impressed that he wanted me to put my information in the book so he could keep in touch with me. Danny Glover? Keep in touch with me? What? I even asked if he would sign a bunch of pictures I had printed out from the internet so that he could autograph and I could give away to people. Here's the autograph that I got from my mama. The reason I had him laughing so hard because I was like, where your ring at? My mama is hot. I wasn't lying. Look at her. What's even more crazy is many years later, out in Los Angeles, I got to interview him on the red carpet and I made him laugh again. Different joke though. So there you have it. My interview with Danny Glover in Springfield, not because I had a Hollywood hookup, but just because somebody who said, hey, just go and do it and act like you belong. And I actually took her up on it. That's the fourth interview that I've made happen from a town that's only famous for Abraham Lincoln and Barack Obama launching his presidential campaign from Springfield, Illinois in 2008.